Hey there, everyone. How we doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Let me know if you can hear me and see me clearly and everything lines up good. Thank you so much for joining. Carrie and Joyce, good evening. Tiffany, thank you so much, everyone. We're going to talk about this winter storm that's moving in. It's going to be interesting. That's to say the least. And I already have, this time I came prepared. I already have Brennan's snow day forecast. So we will have that without me having to struggle and add it to the live stream. So there's always that. My wife gave me a nice haircut today. So thank you, Amanda. Appreciate that. And let's jump into the maps. This is the latest. Oh my goodness. My word. Yeah, so that's how it's going to go. We've been struggling basically with this freezing rain versus, so it's going to starting with rain, and obviously we have some rainfall warnings, and then it's going to transition. There's going to be a period of transition, especially for southwestern Ontario and perhaps parts of the GTA where we get to ice pellets or freezing rain, probably more so freezing rain as we transition over. But this is a very, very colorful map. For those who have trouble seeing the different colors, if you look at the number in the legend, you can actually look for the number on the map, and that should help you a bit when it comes to discerning the different things. So, side note, if you're watching this stream on your mobile device, like your phone, turn your phone to the side, because now the map will become a lot bigger, and you might be able to swipe away the comments as well, too, so that you can actually see the details more. But this is, well, Ashley's already saying here, I knew it wasn't going to take long. Ashley says, let's hear the snow day forecast. You can probably, figure out the snow day forecast based on this particular snowfall map. But it's definitely, it's going to be interesting for sure. So quickly, let's just go over the totals here. Side note, if you see this little dotted area, I know it looks odd, but if you look right below me here, you see blizzard conditions possible. So there is actually a period of time when there's going to be probably enough wind gusts in addition to the snowfall to get to blizzard criteria, at least briefly. That'll obviously be up to Environment Canada if they're going to issue blizzard warnings again, but we'll have to see how that does play out. But there are winter storm warnings in place. There's special weather statements in a lot of places, pretty much everywhere. And this is going to be an interesting storm for sure. So if you look in the purple, let's go from the top down. So purple, 15 to 30 centimeters, 6 to 12 inches. And that is the number 5 area. So that is anywhere from Windsor, Chatham, Sarnia, London, through Woodstock, Kitchener-Waterloo, Guelph, Orangeville, Toronto, Newmarket, Peterborough, Tweed, Smith Falls, potentially Brockville, all the way to Ottawa and Cornwall, and maybe even Renfrew. So that's a big, big swath of the region, a big populated swath of the region that's going to be dealing with anywhere from 15 to 30 centimeters. So for those who don't know, I'll check my chart just to make sure. I thought I knew this, but 30 centimeters would be a foot. So that's the absolute upper end. A side note, if you look where it says locally 30 to 40 centimeters, locally means, some areas, very isolated areas, could see higher totals. And that would be, of course, if they're just getting consistently stronger bands of snow. So in those particular cases, it would obviously be not the greatest. That's interesting. Miranda says she's losing my audio a bit. Is the audio coming through clear? Please let me know. Hopefully it's going through for everybody and it's just an internet issue there. But let me know if it's not coming through all right. And so that is the upper echelon of our forecast. And then when we go down to the number 4, everyone says all good. Okay, cool. We go down to the number 4, 10 to 20 centimeters. So that would be Goderich, Kincardine, Hanover, Collingwood, Barrie, where I'm located, Midland, Orillia, maybe Bancroft, Pembroke, and possibly up towards the Petawawa areas. Also further to the south towards the international border. It looks like Kingston falls pretty close to that. Prince Edward County has kind of a mix between that and the level below it. And then maybe Hamilton is in the purple, but it's right on the edge of the kind of more pink area, which is 10 to 20 centimeters. So, but Hamilton probably more so into the 15-30. And then Tillsonburg, St. Thomas, and Leamington is all in that number 4. So that is interesting. No audio issue, says Chris. I say thank you so much. Appreciate the music. And then we have we go to number 3, which is 5 to 15 centimeters, 2 to 6 inches. And that is going to be St. Catharines along the Lake Erie shoreline. And then probably maybe Leamington. It's kind of on the border there. And also further to the north, like Tobermory in Bruce Peninsula, Perry Sound through Muskoka, Sundridge, Huntsville, Algonquin Park, and maybe Petawawa. So further to the north, kind of Britt to North Bay is going to be in the 2 to 6 centimeters. And then northeastern Ontario could see anywhere from Zippo to maybe a couple of centimeters. So Tracy says, what time is this expected? So I do have Brennan's timing maps, which are very colorful, by the way, and I want to bring them up here. So first, I'm going to jump into the freezing rain potential. So, from Goderich all the way to Ottawa, in the lightest pink area that says number 1, we're looking at, some freezing drizzle, maybe to 2 millimeters of freezing rain as we have that transition period. So the last time I was looking at the timing, it looked like in the afternoon or in the late afternoon. That's where we're going to see that transition from rain into snow. So the last event was really interesting, where it took a lot longer to transition to snow than we expected it to. So that changed the snowfall totals completely. And yeah, that changed, for obviously a lot less snow for most people. We still got quite a bit here in Barrie, but further to the south, where they were expected to get a lot more snow, ended up being a lot more rain. So if that happens in this situation, the snowfall totals could come down, but there's a boatload of model agreement right now that says there's going to be quite a bit of snow, anywhere from, I've seen, 4 or 5 inches up to, some models had 15 inches, but that's probably a little over the top, but, up to possibly a foot of snow for some folks. So as you can see, the area that's closer to the international border, closer to the U.S., from Windsor through Kingston and through the GTA, there is going to be that period of transition from rain into snow. And this could be in the form of freezing rain. We might see some ice pellets as well, too. A wintry mix is how we have it on our app. But a wintry mix means it could be freezing rain, it could be ice pellets and rain and wet snow, all of that kind of mixed in. So Tina says, is the freezing rain first and then the snow? Yes. So, and for some areas, if you look at the hourly product on our free app, Instant Weather, you'll notice that it actually goes right from rain to snow. So in some cases, it might be a very quick transition. More so in southwestern Ontario, like areas like London, St. Thomas, it could be a couple of hours of freezing rain or ice pellets. So that is interesting. So that could make the drive pretty disgusting. So let me just hide that. Thank you so much, Tina, for your question. Thank you kindly. Yeah, cool. Teresa, I appreciate that. So everyone's sending super chats. Thank you so much to those who are sending super chats. Is it Ron B? Let me just make sure I have it on a laptop far away. Ron B sent in a super chat. Thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you to all those who are sending in stars through Facebook, which is like a tip jar. We really, really appreciate that. It really helps. So thank you so much. Sincerely, sincerely appreciate it. And so someone asked about the rainfall total estimate. So that's the one map I don't have up here right now, but I can double check for you as well for the areas that are going to see the most rain. But then if we flip over to drum roll, please. I'm not going to do it, but you can do it. I'm actually a drummer, but anyways, let's not talk about that. Flip over to dun, da, da, da. We got Brennan's snow day forecast, the beloved, the revered snow day forecast from Brennan. And this is I'm surprised it's so uniquely laid out here compared to the forecast. So to clarify, we have no authority to help cancel or help not cancel any of the buses. That's up to the bus companies. That is up to the school boards. But we do get some amazing feedback in our inbox from the school boards and from the bus companies that say this is just another useful tool in their toolbox when they are determining if they're going to cancel or not. So we've gotten some incredible feedback from them, and we sincerely appreciate how difficult of a decision that must be for them as well, too. But yeah, so that is the snow day forecast. I still have a feeling that spoon under the pillow should be more so at number 5, but we're going to have a discussion about that. A lot of folks look at this and say, why are what does spoon under the pillow mean? What does flush ice cubes mean? What does cross your fingers pajamas inside out? These are basically these are different superstitions that we did, a good solid 10 or 15 minutes of research trying to find superstitions for folks that basically for students that don't want to go to, they want to have a snow day. So this is what they do in order to increase their chances. So, Windsor, Leamington, Chatham, Kent, Sarnia, you look like you have the best potential, maybe even up towards Grand Bend. You are at 6. So, Brennan's got you at 90% chance of a snow day. Celebration time is what he has there. It's looking pretty promising for that. The only variable would be if the same thing happened that happened in the last storm, which didn't happen in the 2 previous storms. But if there is a longer period of rain that could potentially hinder the snowfall totals, maybe that percentage would come down. But at this point in time, you're looking at the highest chance. So next in line is going to be put your pajamas inside out. You're at 75% chance, and that is going to include London, St. Thomas, Woodstock in southwestern Ontario, Bancroft area as well too in eastern Ontario, and to the north, maybe North Bay, possibly Britt, Parry Sound, Sunridge. And we have Algonquin Park in gray because I believe there is no schools in the Algonquin Park area. I say that every time. Somebody needs to please verify that for me. It would be nice to know, but I'm pretty sure that's why we have that in gray. And the only area in gray that says do your homework is Algonquin Park. So, yeah, if you're in that area, do your homework. So orange pretty much covers almost everybody except for Toronto, areas east of Toronto. I believe that covers Ajax as well too. St. Catharines and Niagara, and I'm pretty sure Grimsby is there in the yellow. Then Manitoulin Island, Espanola, and Sudbury as well too. That is the 25% chance, which is flush ice cubes. Again, for everybody who's in orange, which goes from Barrie, Orillia, Newmarket, Orangeville, Kincardine, Goderich to Brantford, Kitchener-Waterloo, all the way to Kingston, Prince Edward County, Cornwall, Smith Falls, Renfrew, Petawawa, Pembroke, Bracebridge as well. I'm pretty sure I missed a few, but anyways, that is across your fingers. You're at 50% chance. So flip a coin and we'll see. And then, hey, Six Racing, hey to everybody on Twitch as well too. We're also on Twitch, by the way. Side note, we are definitely on the Twitch world. We are on YouTube as well too. We're on Twitter and we're on Facebook. So thanks for everybody who's joining us from all the different platforms. And we try to do our best to live stream to so many of them. So that is the snow day forecast. Let's flip over to these timing maps. They are colorful. They are extremely colorful. So basically, they have a combination of things. So there's 2 of these maps, by the way. There's one for, this is kind of the southwestern Ontario all the way to the GTA. And then I have another one, which is kind of central Ontario into eastern Ontario. So we'll take a look at this one first. So this is a combination. There's a lot going on here, but this is a combination of timing and what type of conditions are going to be happening at that time period. And then we also have what your potential totals might be. So for Windsor, Chatham, Kent, and Sarnia, snow is going to be anywhere from 15 to 30 centimeters. Your sleet is going to be 2 to 6 centimeters. Sleet being potentially ice pellets, and we get into that wet, heavy snow. And then freezing rain can be 2 to 6 millimeters, and your rain is going to be a trace amount. So in that particular case, if we go through this time period, so from 6 a.m. Until 6 a.m. the next day. So this is starting from Thursday at 6 a.m. until Friday at 6 a.m. So it's going to start off as mixed around 6 a.m. And then we get into the 9 a.m. to noon period, and that's going to be freezing rain. And then we get to that orange is going to be kind of a sleet mixing. It's going to be 7, which actually there's going to be a brief period of blizzard potential from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. in the deep southwestern Ontario. Yes. So, and then we get to snow. So heavy snow is 6, and when we get to snow, it's 5. So you can see obviously the rest of this map, and of course you can go to our pages on Twitter and on Facebook and click the link. And I think the link is actually in this live stream as well too, in the description. So kind of similar for the London St. Thomas area. And it's going to change as it gets to Hamilton, Niagara, Toronto, Kitchener, Waterloo, Guelph, Orangeville, Shelburne as well too. So let me flip over to quickly to the next map, and this is going to be for areas like Barrie Aurelia, Peterborough, Kawartha Lakes, Muskoka, Parry Sound, Ottawa area, Bancroft, and Cornwall, Brockville as well too. So, well, thank you so much, Savannah, for the super chat. I sincerely appreciate it. And she writes, I work and drive in the community near Haliburton and Bancroft area. Should I go to work tomorrow? No matter how much you donate, I can't tell you if you should go to work tomorrow or not. That's definitely above my pay grade, no matter what. But I mean, you know, if you do have to travel, of course, give yourself more time. It's going to be some pretty sketchy conditions as obviously a little bit further in the evening for areas in the east, which is Bancroft and Haliburton. So the further east you are, the later this is going to show up. But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. Oh, John says, do we have the bag of chips and hot chocolate map? Oh no, Brennan, do we have that? He's made a lot of maps, so we might have to give him a break on this one because we have these two beautiful, colorful, handy-esque maps of the timing, and we have the snow day forecast, and we have a freezing rain map, and we have a snowfall map. So Brennan's been quite busy. Let me just flip over to the radar here and dismiss all the live streaming notifications that I sent myself. Side note, if you do not have it yet, please head over and download our free app. It's called Instant Weather. You can get it for free, and you can get it at instantweatherapp.com. This is it right now. This is actually what we use on the live stream to show the current and future radar. Let me just get a little bit of a better view there. There we go. We're using Google Maps here, so everybody in Windsor gets upset with us because it says Detroit, but that's because Detroit has more population, and Google prioritizes who they show on the map at what zoom level based on population. So that's the reason it doesn't say Windsor, but thankfully you have Detroit to tell you, basically where Windsor is. So, I mean, even from like space, it still shows Detroit, which is useful for you because I'm in Barrie, and from a far zoom level, unless I can see Lake Simcoe, I have no idea where it is. It's somewhere north of Toronto, I believe. So, no hot cocoa and chip map. Oh dear. Yeah. So that means, you know what that means? That means at least 3 bags of chips. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. So I'm going to jump into the comments here and try to answer some of your questions. Let's see here. Jeremy says, that timing map makes no sense. The freezing rain and rain is first in southwestern Ontario and then snow according to the news. And your page has snow and then rain on the timing map. Interesting. So clarify for that. So that was for southwestern Ontario. So Jeremy, let me know where you are, and I'll try to give you a breakdown for your exact location. So it is possible that Brennan made a mistake on that one, but I'll double check on that to make sure. So I didn't know about the population thing with Google Maps. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of makes sense. Like, if you're going to zoom out and you can only show so many locations, as you can see, these are all very populated locations. Detroit, London, Mississauga, Toronto, Peterborough, Kingston, Ottawa, Cornwall kind of sits with potentially the most I would say the most population in that area, even though there's a lot of other towns there. Cornwall sits as the most for that. So yeah, that's how they do it. So that's why Detroit always sits on top. Lynn says he did make a mistake. Oh, okay. That's possible. These things do happen. So let me run that by Brennan first to make sure he knows, and then he can probably fix that. Let's see here. Okay. So let me know exactly which location, because yeah, it'll obviously be rain until, from what I was seeing when I was looking at the timing on the app. So a really good thing to do is to get the app and go into the hourly product and then see where you are for the actual timing of it. So Pat says, why is Barrie not on the map? Because Google's not showing it on the map. So if I zoom in, then Barrie will show up. So we have Aurelia, there's Barrie right there. But if I zoom out, they go straight to populated areas only. So that's why. It's because we're using Google Maps for our app. and Google Maps determines it in that particular way. So yes, but you know what I'll do is, you know what I have the app right here. It's open. It's ready to go. I'm going to flip over and look at a few different locations on our app so we can go through the timing as well too. So let's do that really quick. So first and foremost, let me jump to my locations page and let's see, who do I have here? I have Windsor. Good. Let's start with Windsor. They are in the deep southwestern Ontario. And if you don't have our app, this is literally our app you're looking at right now. And I'm going to jump into the hourly forecast. Actually, let's go back to the days quickly. And so it says for Windsor, some of the snowfall totals are actually a little bit lower here, which is interesting. So there might be a little bit more rain than we thought. So it says 17 millimeters of rain for Windsor, 17 centimeters of snow tomorrow. And then it says wintry mix or ice pellets and 9 millimeters of that. So it could be 9 millimeters of rain transitioning into ice pellets, transitioning into freezing rain, and then eventually to 17 centimeters of snow. So let me jump into the hour and we'll take a look at that. And let's see here. So this is the current hourly for the Windsor area. And let me keep the time on the thing here. So obviously starting with rain around midnight. And then as we get obviously heavier rain, we get into the early morning. The wind gusts are currently pretty gusty and they will start to calm down into the morning hours. And then let me flip over here. We do have rain continuing until 10 a.m. And then we start to get to rain/snow. So that's around noon. So in the afternoon for Windsor, we're looking at rain/snow. There will be a period of that. We get to a wintry mix, and then we get to snow. So basically by about somewhere between 2 and 4 p.m., you're going to be into heavy snow in the Windsor area. And that's going to continue all the way until, let's see here, all the way until about 1 a.m. So that is what's going to happen for our friends down in Windsor. I know our friends in Windsor always feel left out. But we love to cover you, so we're going to do our best to cover that. So I'm going to pull up a few different areas as well, too. Let's go check on our friends in Sarnia. Why not? I was born there, so there's that. Let's see here. Sarnia is actually pretty close to the Windsor area. Let's see here. It's going to be rain all the way until a wintry mix around 10 a.m. Light snow begins in the afternoon. And we get to basically heavier snow by about 2 p.m. And then the wind kind of kicks back up again as well, too. So, by 5 p.m. tomorrow, we're looking at 51 kilometer an hour gusts. So snow/wind for Sarnia. And that is going to eventually taper off by about 3 a.m. on Friday. So that is how it's going to play out for the Sarnia area, most likely. And if I jump to our friends in London, I mean, I know there's so many folks in London that want to know what's going on. Let's see here. Oh, Wyatt had a good question. He said, why doesn't Apple Maps on your map or on your app load? So there actually is a glitch with that. We have it fixed. So the next release that we're actually coming out with quite soon is going to have a fix for the Apple Maps. But at this current time, go into the settings and switch it back to Google Maps, and that will work for you. As long as the Google Maps work on your device. But yes, that would definitely work. So Six Racing asked me to check about Kincardine. A lot of folks are asking about all the different areas, so let me try my best to get to everybody. I will punch in Kincardine here, because Kincardine is a lot of our focus when it comes to tornado season. There's always something coming off of, Miranda says, Sarnia, yay! There's always something coming off of Lake Huron, of course, heading towards Kincardine at all times. So we definitely focus on them a lot. Kincardine under a special weather statement. Let me just open up the alert to the top. And of course, we mentioned that we're live streaming. So something we send out when we do go live. So again, if you don't have our app, you can download it at instantweatherapp.com. And let's take a look for Kincardine. So their totals are going to be a little bit different. You're looking at 8 millimeters of rain for the rest of tonight. And then it's going to get into about almost 1 centimeter of snow. And then tomorrow, 8.5 centimeters of snow. And on Friday, you're getting into 4.3 centimeters of snow as well. So let me just jump in here. Oh, what happened to London, said Sandy. I just pulled it up, but I will dive deep into it. Give me just a second. Absolutely love the app. Use it daily, says Leslie. Thank you so much. Let me know. If you use the app, let me know in the comments, please. Your experience with it, whether it's positive or negative. We love candid feedback. So please let us know. if you use the app and how you're liking it, and let all those who aren't using the app know what you think of it as well. Oh, I did say London, though, so we got to get back to London. But let me just quickly check the hourly at King Carden while we're at it. They're going to be rain until about 6 a.m. It's going to be some snow. It's going to get to light snow, and then it's kind of going to taper off by about 11 a.m. tomorrow. It's going to come back around 3 p.m. tomorrow. You have a little bit of a break. Somewhere between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. you've got a break. But then it gets to snow, and then it gets to heavier snow, and the winds are going to be picking up, and lots of snow until, not lots, but quite a bit of snow until 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Going to keep continuing until 9 a.m. on Friday, and then it's going to taper off. So I did want to pull up London. I know we have a lot of folks in the London area, so let me just do that here quickly. London. How are you doing down in London here? Side note, there's an Alanis Morissette concert coming up in the summertime, which sounds quite appealing. But anyways, that would be pretty cool. So 24 millimeters of rain still expected in London. For those who use the app, every time you look at these totals, it means what's expected from now on. So it's not, what happened this morning or this afternoon. It's what's happening from this point moving forward. So 24 millimeters of rain still expected, then 18 centimeters of snow, and there's 9 millimeters of question mark precipitation, which is going to be anywhere from freezing rain to heavy wet snow, kind of sleet, to ice pellets as well too. So that should be interesting. Yes, someone asked about a Discord server. We haven't done a Discord server yet, but it is something we're considering. So before I check on a few other locations, let me just jump back to the map for those who are just joining us. This is the colorful, very colorful snowfall map that we have here. Let me just jump up here. Just looking at a few different comments. Mike says, use the app daily. I deleted the pre-downloaded iPhone app in favor of this. Oh, wow. Especially love it for tornado season. Thank you so much, Mike. Sincerely appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Courtney says, I love the app. I deleted the weather app that came on the phone and use yours exclusively. I also appreciate the Amber Alerts that I get through it as well. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. We actually still send those out by hand. We do have plans on this list. The list grows daily. But somewhere on that list is add automated Amber Alerts. But at this point in time, I'll just wake up in the, every time we get the 3 a.m. Amber Alert, I'll just pop out of bed and in a half dream state, just run downstairs to the computer and start working on it and trying to add, as many details as I can find. Because sometimes there's more details than come out in the actual Amber Alert. Sometimes there's more photos and different photos and stuff. And so we try our best to add as much to that as we can and then send those out. So Facebook user says, love the app. Use it every day. Living up north, it is so accurate. Awesome. Good to hear. Love that. Appreciate it, everyone. Thank you so much. So this is our, Ty says, love the app. Can't wait till we get a widget on Android. On the giant list, widget is on there. It's coming. Thank you for your patience. It should be here in the next decade. I would assume in the next decade we'll have a widget, but that I'm putting the bar really, really low. So it's coming. It's just going to take some time. So let's see here. Just looking at the team chat. Let's see here. Okay. If anybody's having, some people are having some lag issues the team is talking about with the live stream. If you're having any issues, you can always jump to our YouTube stream. I'll get the link for that actually, so that you have that option. YouTube's actually pretty good when it comes to the live stream quality. So I will just do that. Give me just a second here, and I will put that link into the chat. I forgot to do the timing for London. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. I will definitely take care of that. Thank you so much. If your live stream is glitchy at all, try us on YouTube and there is the link and a smiley face. Okay. I sent that out to everybody, including YouTube, which doesn't make any sense, but there's like a one button push that sends it to everybody. So YouTube gets it too. Okay. So, yes, I did not do the timing for London. Let me do that timing for London. I never got to that. Thank you, Donna, for clarifying that. I need the entire community to remind me what my thoughts were a few minutes ago. So that's a pretty common thread with me. Okay, so let me jump over to the app. Great. This is still London, I think. Let's see. Hey, it's still London. Okay. So let's jump into the hours. So light rain currently, it's going to transition to rain around 2, 3 in the morning. It's going to get a little bit heavier. It's going to die off a bit. And then back to light rain by the afternoon. Wintry mix by 2, 3 p.m. And then you're into the snow by somewhere between 3 and 5 p.m. And that snow plus some heavy duty winds are going to continue all the way until it's going to transition to light snow around 2 a.m. And things are going to finally taper off around 4 or 5 a.m. So that's what's happening for London, Ontario. That should be pretty interesting. Let me just jump back to the radar here and see what the latest radar update is. Still a lot of green, still a lot of yellow. We don't have a legend on our app for some miraculous. I don't know why we never added a legend to it, but when you see green, you're looking at rain. When you see yellow, you're looking at heavier rain, and you see orange into red. That's when you're looking at torrential rain. So there actually could be some torrential rain north of Kingston right now, kind of near the Bancroft areas, a little bit south of that, and also in Muskoka areas as well too, east of Britt. So that will eventually transition over to, if you see blue coming in, as you can see now moving its way over Lake Huron, that is going to be snow. And the darker that blue is, the heavier that snow is. Now, you also see that there's some mixing in there as well, too. So lots of heavy rain moving into southwestern Ontario, as you saw with the yellow and kind of the orange that's moving in over the next few hours. You can see the time above my scalp here. Then, as you can see over Lake Huron, there's a bit of pink and a bit of purple. So pink is actually ice pellets, and purple is freezing rain. So I double-checked on that recently to make sure. But so if you see pink, you're looking at ice pellets, and if you see purple, you're looking at freezing rain. So that is, and it looks like there's some even heavier rain that's going to be moving in. But that's going to eventually transition into snow as we get into the later hours of tomorrow afternoon. Into the evening, especially for Eastern Ontario, towards the evening hours as well. And it's going to be interesting. So, yes, that is what's happening. So Kitchener-Waterloo area is almost the same as the London one, says Christian. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, they're probably going to be pretty close, I would assume. Let's see here. Just looking at a few of your comments. Thank you so much. Anne says Windsor. We did cover Windsor just a minute ago. I went through the hourly of Windsor as well too. So as opposed to repeating that again, you can always rewind back on our live stream, or you can wait until the live stream ends and then check out the replay as well. But Windsor is going to be getting potentially somewhere between maybe 10 and 20, maybe even higher in the snowfall totals. Our app is a little bit more reserved when it comes to snowfall totals, and our custom maps can sometimes be better at getting those events that pretty much no app and pretty much nobody saw coming if they weren't looking deep into the model data. So our custom maps are great for those. I think it's 2 or 3 events ago we had significant snowfall, and Brennan's custom map nailed it like to a T. So, but then there are times where you can have that later transition into snow from the rain, and the snowfalls totals are a little bit less. And in those cases, our app nailed it. So it's kind of good to have both and compare between the two to see what is possible for your area. So yeah, let's see here. How much snow for London, says Linda. Let's go back to the snowfall map again and take a gander at that. And then I'll take a look, for those who haven't seen it yet, our snow day forecast as well too. But London, we have London in the 15 to 30 centimeter potential. So 6 to 12 inches possible for London. And I think our app said 18 centimeters, was it? 18 or 19 centimeters for London. So kind of halfway in between there. So yeah, so it's going to be quite a bit of snow. When does the snow start for Kitchener, Waterloo? And Laura's asking about Barrie. So a lot of the time I talk about comments that people can't see, because if you're on YouTube, you didn't see Laura's comment. And if you're on Facebook, you didn't see, M's comment there as well too. So, which is on YouTube. So there's a lot of different platforms that we're on right now. So if I'm randomly talking about a particular comment, it's possible that you can't see it, but I can see them all on this giant feed here, which is pretty cool. And thank you to Cole, thank you to Teresa, thank you to Miranda and Brennan and Patricia for helping out and moderate the live stream, and the team in general, and Alana, of course, as well. Really appreciate everybody's help. Really, really helps. So let's see here. Darla says, can you talk about St. Catharines? Okay, so everybody has to remind me of this order. So we're going to go from Kitchener-Waterloo to Barrie, Orillia to St. Catharines. And then I see Hamilton on there, so I probably have to go to Hamilton as well, too. So, all right, let's go down the rabbit hole. Well, let's first talk about our snowfall map. That makes it much easier. So Kitchener-Waterloo, we have you in the 15 to 30 centimeters, so 6 to 12 inches possible for your snowfall. And again, that depends on how quickly the rain transitions to snow. The faster, the more snow. The slower, the less snow. And when we go down to, what was the next one? Did I already forget? Oh, Barrie, Orillia. I should know that. I live in Barrie. We have Barrie, Orillia in the 10 to 20 centimeters. 4 to 8 inches. Yeah, in that kind of pink area there. And the next one, I believe, is St. Catharines. We have St. Catharines in the 5 to 15 centimeters, and St. Catharines has more potential for rain, for freezing rain, and for ice pellets as well. So it's definitely going to be interesting for the folks in St. Catharines. So as far as timing is concerned, it's a good question. I can pull those details up as well. Let me see here. Side note, if you do have our app, like Kimberly, side note, just what about Chatham? Closer to light or dark purple? Love your app. So Chatham, here we have you in the dark purple in this particular case. I mean, that could change, but at this point in time, we have you in the 15 to 30 centimeters for Chatham. And thank you so much for for using our app. Thank you kindly. And to anybody who's using our app, the same way that I went and pulled up the hourly details, you can pull that up for your exact location, because I'm just pulling it up for like the center of town. You might be on the west side of town. It's funny how many people message me and say, I'm on the east side of Kitchener and the forecast is different from the west side. Is that how it should be? And yes, that's how it should be. Some of the data in the app is down to 250 meter data. We have 1 kilometer data, and there's some 3 kilometer data as well too. So, for some forecast stuff, if you're 3 kilometers away from the other side of town, your forecast could actually be different. Well, usually slightly different, but it can be different. And I know that's a factor for anybody who lives in the Barrie area. Sometimes there's a blizzard in North Barrie, and it's like a tropical paradise with no snow on the ground in South Barrie. So these things do happen. It's been a little bit different this season, but I remember in past seasons where people were like, "It's a total blizzard in the south end of Barrie," and I'm like, "I'm in the north end of Barrie, and it's like sunshiny. It's nice." Let's see here. Leanne says, I love the app. I also upgraded to get exactly what the team uses. Thank you so much, Leanne. I really appreciate that. We do offer, 5-hour future radar and the removal of ads if you do one of our subscriptions there's one for like $6 a year, 50 cents a month. So thank you so much to those who have done that. Really, really appreciate it. Just ran the numbers recently. If it wasn't for the subscriptions, there's no way we'd have this app still going. We'd have to have shut down the app by now. So the subscriptions actually allow us to have the app for free for everybody else. So huge thank you to all those who have subscribed. We sincerely appreciate it. It makes a huge difference. Thank you kindly. So let's see. Rhonda says, are the winds expected to be bad when it says blizzard conditions possible? Yes. I mean, the winds aren't going to be, like severe thunderstorm level bad. But we're talking about winds that could be sustained into the 20 to 40 kilometers an hour, with gusts into the 50 or maybe a little bit higher than that. And when you have consistent, stronger winds, in addition to all of that heavy snowfall, when we're talking about blizzard conditions possible, we're talking about, whiteout conditions possible. So especially with blowing snow, especially open areas, when you drive through some farm fields on both sides and you're getting those complete whiteouts. I remember I used to drive to Collingwood from Barrie, and I'd do the Stainer bypass. And I just remember turning the corner one time and it was a wall of snow. I mean, this must have been a snow squall. This is years and years and years ago, but it must have been a complete whiteout snow squall. I remember I couldn't see a thing, and the blowing snow across the fields doesn't help with that either. So that is a pretty brutal drive if anybody's done it before. It can be a beautiful drive, but it's also a brutal drive. Let's see here. I think people are trying to game the comments here. Jennifer says, Adam, I like the app. By the way, but is it supposed to be really windy in Lindsay, Ontario? So in Lindsay, I think the winds are still going to be pretty strong. So the blizzard condition potential is there. And I mean, there's only going to be a period of time when it gets to that level, but it is possible for sure. Greg says, purple rain, purple rain. This is purple snow, actually. That's not purple rain, but yes, that is a great song. Let's see here. Shauna says, what's the potential of power outages? If you live in one of those areas where the power always goes out, then it's slightly higher than normal. But for the areas that are going to be seeing more freezing rain, there might be some potential for the power outages there if branches fall off or any of that kind of stuff. But for the most part, when we had the forecast earlier where the freezing rain was more intense, we were expecting a lot more freezing rain, but obviously that changed. That could have been some heavy duty power outages. So we might see some power outages, but it's not going to be kind of the main story, I don't think. The main story is going to be snow. I would think the main story is going to be snow. As long as we have that relatively fast transition from rain to snow, then there's going to be quite a bit of snow. So, yes. Sarah says, do you have the ability to zoom in on this map? Side note, you can actually just go to our website and check out the different areas. You can actually zoom in that way as well too. Side note, if you are looking at it on your mobile device, turn your mobile device to the side and it will go full screen and it might be a lot easier to see it then. Heather, my goodness. Heather says, or she sent a super sticker, and a very, very generous donation. Thank you so much, Heather. You did not have to do that, but I sincerely appreciate it. On this particular platform, I cannot see those who are sending in stars on Facebook, but if you are sending in stars on Facebook, thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate that as well too. Thank you so much. Heather says, you have the best reliable weather. Thank you so much, Heather. Appreciate that. Only one I trust. Milton, I think I'm getting buttered up here to answer questions. Let's see here. Milton. So Milton being west of Oakville, and I know that because I was in Milton earlier, or actually late last year, and we went to a ranch there. Was it Rounds Ranch? No, that's not it. I forget which one, but we went to a ranch there. It was really nice. It was there's like an apple orchard and stuff. It was really cool. And you are in the purple area, so you're in the 15 to 30 centimeters, 6 to 12 inches of snow. Let's take a look at some of the other maps. This is the freezing rain potential. You might see 2 to 6 millimeters of freezing rain as it transitions from rain to snow. And then the snow day forecast map. It's my favorite. Let's see here. It's going to be interesting. That is your snow day forecast. A lot of areas in that 50-50 chance. The GTA and Niagara in a 25% chance. But deep southwestern Ontario into the London areas, you're looking at the best potential, 75 to 90% chance of a snow day. And again, we don't have any authority when it comes to canceling buses. That's up to that's up to the bus companies. That is up to the school boards. But we do get some great feedback from those school boards that say they appreciate this as an extra tool in their toolbox when they are determining if they're going to cancel or not. So thank you to all of them for their tough job to try to figure out if they should cancel or not. I'm sure it is not easy. K Black says, interesting question, says, what do you use as a power source for your router? When I lost power, I couldn't get cell service. So those are kind of two different topics here. So your cell should be, to get cell service, that's from the cell phone tower. That should have nothing to do with your personal Wi-Fi router. Welcome to Instant Weather Tech Support. Your router, so if you have like a Rogers box or a Bell box, and that is, so what I do is I just have like a UPS battery backup. I went to like Staples or something and bought, I forget, it was on sale for like $80 or something, 60 or $80. I'm so glad I had it though, especially during the Barrie tornado. So the Barrie tornado knocked out the power in Barrie. Our lights went off, everything went off, but all my computer stuff stayed on. And then the power came back on as the tornado was, tearing apart hydro poles and the grid was having to make changes. That happened. All my power stayed on. So it's good to have a little battery backup just for that. I mean, think about how many times, especially if you're in a city, how many times the power goes off and then comes back on. you know, and then everything is shut off. Like if you have, like your internet has to reset, so it takes 5 minutes, you know, all that kind of stuff. If you just had a battery backup just for that little bloop blip, then, you know, it can be helpful. So, yeah, so that's basically what I have. But if you're not getting cell service, that's a whole different topic. That's unrelated to your router. Joel says, LOL, instant weather tech support, new page. Could be, absolutely. Have you tried turning the power off and on again? Anyways, let's see here. Cindy Lee says, love the app, Adam. Should this be done by Friday at 5? I have to travel from Mount Forest to Sault Ste. Marie. Should I be canceling my hotel? I would say, so from Mount Forest at 5 o'clock on Friday, I think you're okay. Let's take a look at that in great detail here, just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure you're okay. Let's see here. Holly says, how do you become part of the team? Holly, send us an email, help@instantweather.ca. Let me see if I have that in my list of overlays. Hey, I do. Help@instantweather.ca. Send us, send us your bio, your resume. Send us, basically tell us why you're passionate about weather and why you want to join the team. We may not have a position at this point in time, but we keep all of those, and we definitely look through them when it comes time. So please send that over, and we'll definitely take a look at it as well for sure. Thank you so much. So we're going to look at Mount Forest. Yes. Oh, we got more tech support here. If he's losing cell service, if his router's going out, it means he's likely only using Wi-Fi in his settings to call. He needs to allow cellular data to be on. True. Or if you leave the house and you are able to make phone calls normally, your cellular data probably is. I think your cellular data is usually on by default to make phone calls, but that's a good point. I mean, that could be possible. Well, I appreciate that insight. Absolutely. So let's see here. I was going to take a look at Mount Forest. Yes. Denise? Denise? Yes. Am I understanding the map that Windsor looks like the worst? In this particular snow day forecast map, Windsor does look like the worst. Let me go back to the snowfall. Windsor's going to see quite a bit of it. And again, it's all dependent on if the transition from rain to snow is quick. If it's quick, Windsor's going to get quite a bit of snow into the 15 to 30 centimeters. But if the transition takes longer and the rain is sustained, then you could be looking at less snowfall. Maybe some more freezing rain, ice pellets, that type of thing. I'm going to flip over to the radar map here, which is more compelling because it moves. So I did want to take a look at, let me just double check on my phone. I don't even have to put that up on here, but let me just see here. So I'm going to look up Mount Forest. I'm pretty sure Mount Forest should be done by Friday at 5, but I'm going to see Mount Forest. I'm literally checking on the app. This is what I'm doing right now. Let's see if my Sony camera will quick. Oh, look at that. Look at that focusing ability. Let's see. Oh, fantastic. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, I love that. It's great. Okay. So Mount Forest, Ontario. Let me see here. I'm going to go to the hourly data. I'm going to flip over to Friday and let's see. So let me see, Thursday and Friday. So Friday at 5 p.m., it's going to get sunny on Friday. So I think you're okay. Yeah, if you have to leave by 5 p.m. on Friday from Mount Forest, I think you're all right. I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. Yes, I would think so. If you have to be in Sault Ste. Marie by 5 p.m., that's a different story. But if you have to leave Mount Forest at 5 p.m., I think you're okay. Let's see here. Donna says, what time should we get ready to cross our fingers? What time does your bus company or your school board cancel buses? Is it like 5 a.m.? Before that. Rhonda says 15 minutes before the hockey game starts. Go, Canada, go. Yeah. Yes. Go, Canada, go. Okay, just taking a look at a few different comments. Brentford says, doing any live streams tomorrow, Adam, during the snowstorm? Maybe. Maybe not. It's possible. We'll see. Whitney says, 15-year anniversary celebration tomorrow. Amherstburg. Just stay home? I mean, we're all used to staying home now. We're all done with it, but we're all used to it. But yeah, during a winter storm, it might not be a terrible idea. It might be okay. I don't know. That's up to you. I can't tell you what to do. That's a given. That's a given for sure. Okay. Thank you so much, Carrie. Carrie says, tragically hip songs. Tragically hip songs. Interesting. Carrie? Tragically hip? Interesting. She's got a good request. I just may have to play a tune. Does anybody want to hear a tune? I think I'm going to do a tune for all those who's hung around to the end of the hour. I might play a tune for you. That's fantastic. Fantastic water. Does anybody want to hear a song? I'll play a song before I go. I will play a song before I go. Thanks again to the team for helping out. Appreciate it. Thanks again to my wife for the haircut today. Very nice. Go Canada Go, says Jody. Yeah. Dave Matthews, says Laura. Ooh. I saw them at the ACC one time. Or not at the amphitheater one time, and it was fantastic. Donna says Imagine Dragons. I saw Imagine Dragons at the amphitheater, but I think it was called, did they change it to like the Molson stage or something? Oh, Debbie says, can I see the forecast map? Yeah, sure. You can also just go to our Facebook page or our Twitter page, Instant Weather Ontario on Facebook or Twitter, and you can see the forecast map. But I'll bring it up here. Sure, why not? Anything but Rush, says Colleen. Oh, how can you do that? How could you say that? I have to play Tom Sawyer now just because of that comment. Shania Twain, says Jennifer. It don't impress me. That's all I know. I don't know anymore. Okay. I think I have to change some settings in order to play some music so that the music sounds reasonable. Let me see what I can do here. That should be better. All right. Green Day, says Miranda. It's been a long time since I played Green Day, but I think I remember it. Sandy says, I thought you got a new haircut, and yes to a song. M says Riders on the Storm, so... Patricia, our team member, actually said that I should do Riders on the Storm, so I kind of tried it today, but it was tricky, and it's really hard, because it's like... And then... So... How did it go again? It was, Riders on the Storm. It's so hard to play a bass line. Riders on the storm. Into the house we're gone. Into the house we're gone. That's hard. Like a dog without a bone and killer on the run. All right, that's all the Riders on the Storm I'm doing. But somebody said Green Day, so I might have to. Oh my goodness. No way. Heather says, I live next door to Sherry and Paulo. Is your entire family musical? That's all. You live next door to them? That's great. And they're up there in Collingwood. Cool. Tell them I said hi. Is my entire family musical? There's a lot of music in the family. I would say so. There's quite a bit. Let's see here. Maggie says, wonder if it'll be a snow day. Kids are excited. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to play a song. Let's see. It's been a while since I played that. You guys want to hear Green Day? I'll play Green Day for you. I'll do it. If I have to. If I have to. Jessica said, can you play that song the band played on the Titanic when it was sinking because my backyard is flooding? Oh my goodness. I'll do Green Day after this. Oh, M on YouTube is Miranda? No way. Ooh, I better turn that down. There's going to be a little too much when I start wailing. Burning blues on the street, loose and complete, under skies of smoking blue-green. I can't forsake a Dixie dead shake, so we dance the sidewalk clean. My memory is muddy, what's this river that I'm in? New Orleans is sinking, man, and I don't wanna swim. Colonel Tom, what is wrong? What is going on? You can't tie yourself up for a deal. He said, ain't north, you're south. Shut your dirty little mouth. You gotta do what you feel is real. Ain't got no picture postcards, ain't got no souvenirs. My baby, she don't know me when I'm thinking about those years. Thanks so much, everyone. Appreciate it. Hope everybody stays safe with the storm, because it's looking pretty nasty. Pale as a light bulb hanging from a wire, sucking up to someone just to stoke the fire. Picking out the highlights of the scenery. Saw a little cloud, it looked a little like me. Had my hands in the river, feet back upon the banks. Looked up to the Lord above and said, hey man, thanks. Sometimes I feel so good I gotta scream. Said, Adam, baby, I know exactly what you mean. He said, I swear to God, she said, come on, sing it. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. My memory is muddy, what's this river that I'm in? New Orleans is sinking, man, and I don't wanna swim. Sweet, all right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you kindly. Thank you. That was an original. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. No, that was not an original. That was the Tragically Hip. Rest in peace, Gordy. Rest in peace. Actually, I was fortunate enough to share the bill with them once. They played in Barrie at Burles Creek, and we headlined the side stage in a band called Atlantis Blueprint, and that was a lot of fun. So that was pretty cool. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you kindly. Appreciate it, Kathy, Andrea, Ashley, Jessica, Margaret, Lindsay. Thank you so much. Sincerely. Green Day time, says Leanne. I might have to do Green Day. I'll tell a funny story about that as well, too. But first, we got to look at the forecast maps for anybody who's left. Anybody who's left needs to see the maps quickly. Here's your snowfall map. Purple is going to be interesting. 15 to 30 centimeters. 6 to 12 inches. It's going to be an interesting time. So hopefully if the transition to snow takes longer, the moral of the story here is if the transition to snow takes longer, like it did last time, the snowfall totals could be less. But if that transition is quick, the snowfall totals could be more. So we'll have to see how that does play out. Andrew says, what's the link for my music page again? So there's a few different ones. My wife and I, if you're on Facebook, my wife and I, you can search Amanda Adam Music. And that is my wife and I, we did a whole bunch of live streams at the start of COVID. And we were doing them like every day and then every other day and then every 3 days. And at some point in time, we got burnt out and stopped. But we did quite a few live streams during that. It was quite interesting for sure. Darla says, how do I look at the times for St. Catharines? So, Darla, if you have our free app called Instant Weather, which I will pull up right now. Give me 1 second here. That's what I have the radar on. I'll check it out for St. Catharines. Give me a sec. I did say I was going to take a look into St. Catharines. So let me just double check there for you. So if I go to the search and I type in St. Catharines, not Catharines, but Catharines. Yes. And then you're under a rainfall warning, actually, from Environment Canada. 20 to 35 millimeters possible for your area. So that is interesting. And then, of course, let's take a little scroll up here. 11 millimeters left tonight. Another 11 millimeters, 11 centimeters of snowfall possible for you tomorrow, along with 29 millimeters of rain mixing into a wintry mix. So probably some freezing rain, maybe some ice pellets as well, too. So, the wind is howling in Shelburne, says Ina. Thank you very much for that. I hope I pronounced your name right. So let's go into, this is St. Catharines hourly here. Light rain, rain and wind. It's going to be windy. It's going to be rainy all the way into the morning hours, all the way into the afternoon. And it's going to start to transition rain to snow around 7 p.m. for St. Catharines. And then around kind of 8 or 9 o'clock, it's going to be into snow. And the snow is going to continue all the way until some light snow at 5 or 6 a.m., and then it's going to taper off for you on Friday morning. So that's what's going to happen for St. Catharines. Someone mentioned my list. Yeah, my list was long, wasn't it, Andrew? I know. That's what these things happen. What do the colors mean on our radar? So green, yellow. So green is light rain, yellow and orange is going to be heavier rain. And then when we get into the blues, that is going to be snowfall. The dark blue is going to be heavy snowfall. And pink is ice pellets, and purple is freezing rain. So we should probably have a legend on this app. I think it would be a good idea. Is anybody with me on that one? Game time. Everybody says it's game time. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Let's see here. Miranda says Hamilton, please. Okay, I'll do one more. I'll do the Hamilton area. So let me just search Hamilton. I know I said I was going to do, I think I said I was going to do more than that, but I totally spelt it wrong. Let's see if it catches it. No, it does not. Sorry. I don't know where I got a comma in there. Hamilton, Ontario. Sure, I want notifications for Hamilton. Snowfall warning for Hamilton, Ontario. Whoa. Our app is saying 21 millimeters of rain left for the rest of today, 15 centimeters of snowfall for tomorrow, and 19 millimeters of rain mixing into maybe some freezing rain and some ice pellets as well. So, yes. Someone would like, Cole says, someone wants to know the difference between freezing rain and ice pellets. So ice pellets are, freezing rain is where it falls and it's wet. It hits the surface and it kind of accumulates on the surface. That's when you have, like a tree hanging down and it's just completely encrusted. Is that a word? That's not a word. Completely covered in ice, right? Whereas ice pellets, they don't, they're kind of crunchy when they hit the ground. Basically, it's like tiny, tiny, tiny hail. Often when we have ice pellets fall, we get a lot of reports that say, we're experiencing hail. So a lot of people see it as really, really small hail. But that's kind of what it is. In some ways, it's a different process, but nevertheless, very, very, very tiny little pieces of ice. But they're not as bad as freezing rain. Freezing rain falls. It's warmer, so it's actual liquid as it falls. When it hits the surface, it's really cold at the surface. It freezes, and then you go to walk on it, and you fall down. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate that. Encased? Yeah, that's a better one. I love trying to wordsmith things with you folks. It's fun. It's fun. So yeah, let's see here. Long story short, ice pellets, little pieces. Basically, it kind of seems like it's hail, but it's not. Little tiny pellets of ice, and then freezing rain is the what you don't want. Freezing rain is not the greatest stuff. So, yes. So, long story short, I think I got that. Let's see here. Cool. So I'm going to do one more tune for those who have hung out. There's still a few of you who have stayed to the very end. I sincerely appreciate it, and I will do one more song for you, and it's going to have to be Green Day. Because oh, I was going to tell you the story about my Green Day thing. Okay. So, oh, yes, the bus cancellations. What about for schools themselves? Nicole, that's up to that particular school. It's up to that school board. It's hard to predict that stuff. That's pretty tricky. Pretty tricky. Bus cancellation forecast. I'll put the map up for you folks. Here it is. Your favorite, the bus cancellation forecast. And I'll play a Green Day song for you while we look at it. Oh, my funny story. Okay, when I was 10 years old. Yes, I was 10 years old. I played this song in front of my school on guitar. I went to Andrew Hunter, which is in Letitia Heights, up in Barrie, basically, the northwest end of Barrie. And I went to Andrew Hunter, and in front of my school, I don't even think it was a talent show. I think it was like a poetry contest, but I went up with my guitar, and I played this song and made a parody of it. So let me drink some water, and then I'll play it for you. Story time, says Shelby. Let's see if I can remember it. I've played it long enough, I can probably remember it. So instead of going, do you have the time? I went, oh no, what was it? Sorry. I went, do you have the time? 10 years old. 'Cause I lost my watch. I can't find my clock anywhere. Anyways, yeah, so it was something like that, and I made a whole parody of the entire song. It was... This is what I did when I was 10. But I'll play the real version of it. Okay. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I'm one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just stoned? I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She said it's lack of sex bringing me down. Is this appropriate? I went to a... He said my life's a bore, so quit my whining 'cause it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just stoned? funny because I would usually transition that into I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball. I had $1 million, but I spent it all. But if I could find that Anna and that Sancho that she found, I'd pop a cap in Sancho and I'd slap her down. What I really wanna know, my baby, ooh, what I really wanna say, I can't define this love that I need. Oh, 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 my soul will have to wait till I get back, find that henna of my own. Daddy's gonna love one and all. I feel the break, feel the break, feel the break, and I've got to let it out. Yeah, well, I swear that I really wanna know, my baby, ooh, what I really wanna say, I can't define this love that I need. Oh, 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 my soul will have to wait. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been a while since I've done that. Go Canada, go! The hockey is on. Who's watching the hockey? Let me know. I swear this is a weather station. I'm pretty sure. Alice Sills in the hizzy. Hi, Alice. How you doing? I miss your singing, Alice. You're fantastic. Kathy says the best weather guy on the planet. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Can't be true, but thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate it. The bonus sublime. I used to always do that. I'd go from the one and then I'd switch back to the other. But anyways, it was fun. So that was nice to dust off the rust on that one. But this is your snow day forecast. You have seen Brendan's snowfall map. It's colorful. The freezing rain map, also fairly colorful. Crossing our fingers, the freezing rain is not as bad as we originally anticipated. Black Keys, says Carrie. That'd be kind of cool. Pearl Jam. I love Pearl Jam. Should I just play songs all night? Let me know in the comments if I should just play songs all night and just go for it. Let me know. I'll just do that all night long. For the few people that have hung out, I'll play songs all night. Pearl Jam, you say? Hotel California? It's possible. Does anybody have any weather questions? Kristen says, I came for the weather, but I'll stay for the entertainment. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Blackbird says, Alice. Oh, Alice has a request. I play it like literally every live stream. But I will play it for Alice. We're going to get hit with a lot of monetization hits. It's actually not bad. YouTube. Whoa, what happened? Right before Blackbird. Alice, it's all your fault. No. You know what I did? Oh, I see exactly what happened. Oh, I got to remember that for the future. I moved my mouse out of my way and I actually closed Chrome. That's not good. Let's not do that again. Oopsie. But thankfully, maybe we should put on radar. The copyright warriors hit fast. Yeah, so we don't actually get strikes against our channel. It just says you've played somebody else's song, so you have to share your ad revenue with them. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. It's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind giving Paul McCartney some ad revenue. It's fine. Ooh, I can't believe I shut down Chrome. That worked painfully. Side note, good thing I'm using a third-party system like StreamYard. We're not sponsored by them or anything, but I use StreamYard to go live to all these different platforms. And thankfully I do, because if I didn't and I shut down Chrome and I was hosting the stream, then it would have actually shut down for everybody. But because I could just log back in really quick, I saved the stream. Let's make sure I'm in tune here. There we go. Whoa. Little out. Alice knows the joys of tuning. Former guitar student of mine. All right, ready? Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to rise. Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Oh, take those sunken eyes, you learn to see. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of the dark black night. Singing in the dead of night. Oh, take those broken wings, you learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. Oh, you were only waiting for this moment to rise. Thank you so much. Thank you kindly. For Alice. Thanks for joining. Hope you're doing good. Hope the family's well. Obviously, I talk to Dad a lot, but... One song I really wanted to do... One song I really wanted to do was... Oh, Kathy says, where are you live from? Live from Barrie. I live in Barrie. I wanted to do Harvey Danger, which was... I had visions, I was in them, I was looking into the mirror to see a little bit clearer the rottenness and evil in me. I love 90s one-hit wonders. Fingertips of memories, I can't forget the curves of your body. When I feel a bit naughty, running up the flagpole to see who still looks but no one ever does. Well, I'm not sick but I'm not well, and it's a sin to live so well. I'm not sick but I'm not well. I'm so high 'cause I'm in hell. I still gotta learn it, but anyways. Who doesn't love that song? That song's amazing. It was like such a one-hit wonder, but what a brilliant song. I love that tune. Isn't that great? I love that song. It's so much fun. What else can I play? Someone said Hotel California. Am I gonna remember it all though? This is just turning into a live stream of music, but everybody else left, so there's only a few folks left. So, oh yeah, I forgot the best line of the. Been around the world and found that only stupid people are breeding. The cretins cloning and feeding, and I don't even own a TV. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So, Big Shiny Tunes 3. Let's see here. Let's turn into late night live stream. We were talking about weather, and then it turned into a concert. Joel's still here. Aaron says goal. Yes, goal. Hold on a second here. Yeah. All right. Go, Canada, go. Canada scored, says Sandy. Woohoo! No Rain by Blind Melon, says Nat. Oh, that's such a good one. I used to play Change a lot, which is great, which is, oh, no, it was, how did it go? Sun's coming out today. Laura, I just played New Orleans is Sinking. Gonna find a better way, yeah. As I sit here in this misery, I don't think I'll ever know alone. See the sun from here. Say, hey, look at him and where he is these days. That's so hard. Have to change. If nobody knows that, Blind Melon, Change. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. And when you feel that faith worth living, you got to stand up. Let's see here. Jazz says when Adam sings, we all stop worrying / caring about the weather. Yeah, there's a storm coming or something. Yada yada. It happens. How to do. Oh, 90s one-hit wonder, Runaway Train by Soul Asylum. How did it go again? Runaway train, never looking back. Away on a one-way track. The goal got called back. Oh, no. With the pain. Runaway train, never coming back. Runaway train, tearing up the track. That was a great song. 90s one-hit wonders. How can you go wrong? There's so many good ones. Green Day, says Holly. I played Green Day. I already played Green Day. It happened. It already happened. Coolio says, elderly woman behind a counter in a small town. Ooh, do I know that? I'm pretty sure I know that. I seem to recognize your face, haunting, familiar yet I can't seem to place it. Cannot find a candle of thought to light your name. Memories like fingerprints. Oh yeah, that's the second one. I change by not changing at all. Small town predicts my fate, but no one's ever taken me. Hearts and thoughts they fade, fade away. Hearts and thoughts, they fade. Canada scores again? Fade away. Does it count? All right. I see the recognized breath. Memories like fingerprints are slowly erasing me. You wouldn't recall, for I'm not my former. It's hard when you're stuck upon the shelf. Yay, we scored! Woohoo! Why am I not watching? I don't need to watch. I'll just ask you folks. That's good. It was an ugly one, but it counts. Hey, if it counts. My singing is bringing in the goals. I'm pretty sure the skill of the hockey team is doing that, but you know. All right, I'm playing you one more song. One more before I go. Just one. Paltry? Cool. Gorgeous tones as Facebook user. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Linda says, what does the hand behind my name mean? It might mean that you're a new member of our group, potentially. Side note, if you haven't joined our group, please do. Audio Slave. I played Audio Slave. We opened up for Finger 11 on New Year's Eve at the Roxanberry. And I'm pretty sure we covered an Audio Slave song. I think. Maybe that was a different show. That might have been a Conline. We played with a Conline Crush. That might have been that. But we did... you know that, what is it? Co-cheese? Co-cheese? Yes, I think so. Let It Be. All right, I'll play Let It Be. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you kindly for joining us on this live stream. I hope there was some good information before the concert, but these live streams always end up as a concert eventually. They eventually end up, so. Anyways, thanks so much, everyone. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good time. Hope you stay safe tomorrow. If you do have to travel, give yourself a ridiculous amount of time. If an obnoxiously large amount of time. And make sure, obviously, the gas tank is full, even with the prices. Make sure your gas tank is full. Make sure you have your kit and all of that stuff. Alice hung out to the end. You're welcome, Alice. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, anyways, I hope everybody stays safe. Hopefully the transition, if you don't like snow, I hope that the transition from rain to snow takes longer because then there'll be less snow. But if you do like snow, then obviously the opposite. And again, hopefully that the freezing rain is as brief as possible. But some areas they could see a few hours of ice pellets or freezing rain. And if it's freezing rain and it's for a few hours, that could make conditions pretty brutal. So anyways, that is the live stream. Thank you so much again for hanging out. Hopefully everybody has a wonderful evening. Stay safe, stay warm, and we'll talk to you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.